I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but obviously me and you, right, we're very familiar with the side of the anchors. I think it's something that they
Yeah.
struggle with quite a bit because they don't. I think
Yeah.
the supports are not very experienced players. Benji has only been playing Dota for 2 years and he hasn't played
Oh,
that
okay.
much. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Sen is completely new, less than like 700, 600 games around there. So
Yeah.
you're at that stage of the game where you're not really sure what exactly you're capable of in the lane, and that's where Grazing Edge really sort of picked them apart with the Shadow Shaman. They actually instantly
Yeah.
banned the Shadow Shaman. And they let the Spirit Breaker through, which is I mean, if you know anything about the anchors, let me just give you a cute little stat, okay? Let me give you a cute little stat. Did you know that the anchors literally have a 100% win rate on Spirit Breaker? So
I did
Lorbit,
not know that.
every single game that Lorbit gets his Spirit Breaker, he wins. Every game that they don't get Spirit Breaker, they lose. And that has been consistent so far.
Oh.
So
I hope.
yeah, so if we're going by the stats, it looks like the anchors are getting a 1-1 again, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves because PZ, they pick up Banana's Weaver as well, and that man, he sniped at least 5 couriers within the first 5, and that was so annoying. He's such a menace on this hero.
Did not look fun. And I actually thought they would go Lion here because they went Lion against us when we banned the Shadow Shaman on Friday.
Right. Maybe as in
Because
the
he
line,
really likes
from
the
Grazing Edge.
Blink Hex. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that Lion doesn't really fare that well against Spirit Breaker because yes, you can stop the charge of the Q, right? But it's not a lot of damage to really contend with. Whereas I think the Spirit Breaker, where you can really put a nail in the coffin is to kind of dumpster him really early on, like level 1 to 3. If you just keep harassing him and he doesn't have enough HP to stand in lane, his auto attacks are so clunky to like try and last hit with, and it makes his lane really hard. And they actually picked the Oracle, which is interesting. Do you have any thoughts on this?
I like it, but I don't see like
what the plan
I don't know what
is,
they're gonna
right?
pick. No, I have no idea so far. But I feel like they're gonna pick something that needs saving. So not a mobile +1, I'm guessing. Something
I
that just
mean,
wants to.
it just gives the security for the safe laner. Although
Yeah.
it could also be like a +4 Oracle to just like really pressure, because Oracle capable of dishing out a lot of damage in the early stages with Purifying Flames as well as the Fate's Edict.
That's true.
Fate's Edict, is it Purifying Flames? I actually don't remember what's the first skill.
I don't know. I haven't played Oracle that much. I just know
Oracle
that he
spam.
can.
Oracle spam
A lot
was
of
low, that's all that
damage,
matters.
a lot of save.
Yeah, a lot of damage. They banned on the PL as well, which I know is a pick that PZ enjoy. In response, it's a Huskar ban. That's very interesting. I haven't seen any of the anchors play Huskar, but maybe just a hero that they don't want tagged up with the Oracle, right? Because if you have that Oracle in the backlines just like healing away on your Huskar, you can't really break past that. They banned the Viper, so that's a respect ban towards Doey Brewster, who kind of like decimated the last
number.
Yeah, dude, like you think you pick Lina into a winning matchup and then you just get solo killed.
But I think he could have, like, the kill on mid, like the first kill on mid where Viper ulted Lina. I still think Lina would have won that fight if he just committed everything.
Yeah, but but crucially, the Viper sidestepped the LSA. That's why.
But I still think like he had his ult and the dragon. Like I think he could have.
Like you think if you just all went all in, they could have like traded or something. Or, like,
he run when he misses the stun. He runs high ground to get to not miss, and he just goes all out because he's dead.
Yeah,
he's 100% dead.
Lina has so much damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so trying to run from a Viper, not really the smartest move. But
it doesn't work.
But I mean, they have this second game to try and like fix the mistakes, right? A lot of, a lot of sort of fumbles throughout the laning stage that led them to that difficult position they were in. And Pinto, they gotta pick the center wall runner as again for Savage Bastard. That guy was completely fearless in the top side, even when he was tanking deaths and stuff. Of course, not a lot of damage so far coming out from the anchors. Spirit Breaker, one of his biggest issues is that he takes a while to ramp up to that point where he kind of gets ridiculous. Until then, yes, he's disruptive, but he doesn't really... He tickles the centaur, let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? PZ, they had this... Okay! Lone Druid. Not really the type of carry hero or mid hero that you think would pair up with an Oracle, but this is the option that they've decided to go for. This is a Rufio special, if I'm not mistaken. He has brought this up before. Yeah, I can really bully this CM, but annoying bit is that, of course, Weaver can tag up both LD as well as the bear with the bugs, which can increase the rate at which it's killed. CM can frostbite the bear, obviously, and keep it in place. So a lot of control options for the bear. It's not really a free lone druid game. Lion is the pickup for the anchors. So this is more than likely the... Yeah, this looks like the pos 4 for them alongside the Spirit Breaker in the offlane. I kind of like the Lion because I feel like Earth Spike can really put a stop to whoever's stampeding forward. Apart from that, though, I don't... I guess it's burst and control for the Weaver and like follow up for the charge initially. Overall, just a stable support, right? Just a stable pos 4 who can get the work done. Hex is always going to be powerful.
Especially against a centaur, with blink stuns, you can always land your hex before he stuns.
Yeah, I do want to point out that though I feel like sometimes centaur is picked into these hard single target disables just because of the fact that hex doesn't stop you from stampeding away. You know what I mean? Even though you're a frog, you're still fast as hell. So you gotta dip out there. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
It's gonna be interesting to see how that interaction plays out. But I'm sure that Benji has a this idea. I like this pick a lot. I feel like it has the control to deal with the bear. It has the control tornado to toss up the Spirit Breaker when he's running in. You can make life hell for this Oracle and Lion with Cold Snap and like Forge Spirits and stuff like that. And you already have CM and Centaur War Runner, Hoofstorm and Frostbite to set up Sunstrikes across the map. This is a really nice pick for them. I love it.
Oh yeah. Really? Yeah, they really emphasize it on the team fight potential here. Like they have super strong team fight compared to Anchor right now.
Yeah, I feel like the Anchor's draft, even though they pick like individually strong heroes, I fail to see how it sort of comes together. Yes, they can kind of make things happen, but once again, the direction of the draft feels a bit lost for them. It's not as clear. I mean, usually they have Spirit Breaker, right? And then they draft like a lineup that can just go. Like just go aggro. You get like a boss 1 and boss 5 that can just really run along. Oracle not really the hero that you really picture as like this death squad kind of member, right? Like really just sort of the saves, the counter engage, and something like that, but we'll have to see how it plays out. I'm not really familiar with how LD will interact with all of these heroes.
I mean, LD works okay with Oracle because LD needs a save most of the time. So you can pop off his ult in time. But other than that, I don't know.
I just don't know because like, you know, like when you pick a Weaver in lane, right? You want, like, okay, for me personally, how I've been dealing with pesky Weaver 4s in my lane is I pick a strong like laning support. So I pick someone like Ogre. I pick someone like I pick someone like Ogre, who I know I can stand there and I can tank the Beatles and it's not that big of a deal and I can trade back. So far, they first picked Weaver in both of their games. Or at least first phase picked Weaver in both of their games. And I feel like the supports don't really answer the Weaver. Lion to a certain extent, but in the lane, like this Weaver's just going to continue to run over you and Bananas has shown that he can do just that, right? It's a bit concerning for me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I should have picked, probably Ogre or Snap. Snap also.
I don't know. Oh yeah, Snap really good against, because so tanky and can just stand up and immediately eliminate the bugs as well with the Lil Shredder.
Yeah.
That's something I didn't realize. That's good. That's a good point. And so the final bans come in. It's gonna be Ursa banned out, but I looked at PZ. They think that this LB is gonna be mid, and they're banning out carries. They ban out a PA, which could work really well against the Centaur, especially with the new Fan of Knives, Shah.
Yeah, that's true.
Is there any hero that you feel like sticks out to you for either side here? Any bold predictions from you?
Well, I think they're gonna go hyper carry on the PC side. So I'm guessing Luna.
Yeah, it seems like that's the theme that they really like. They kind of like to put Morty on this real Mort rather on this hyper carry in the safe lane. As seen from the Medusa, they have this nice little supporting cast. The rest of them just making space and doing so much within the skirmishers, and then Mort just kind of farms up and seals the deal. Last pick coming out for the Anchors though, Monkey King banned out for them, so 2 targeted carry bans. We're gonna have to see what their pick is. Of course, they have a truckload of reserve time to go through, so they can think about this all they want.
I would want a team fighting hero here, because they need some AOE disables like a Lesh or a Void Spirit or something you can just get in there and.
I was thinking Void Spirit, but then I feel like then you're putting so many eggs into the LD basket to carry you in the late game, which is kind of scary because there's so much control for the bear, right? There's like Ice Wall, Cold Snap, Frostbite, Bugs, Stomp, like where are you gonna go with this bear? Like I feel like it's just gonna get kited.
That's true.
It's such a rough like draft for anchors now because it's like you need so much from your last pick, and I don't know what really feels all there.
No, I mean, I don't know if it fills it, but I mean, Jugger is always good against a lot of disables because it's a magic give you in half the fight.
Yeah, that's true.
But other than that, I don't really like Ursa would have been good for them, but they banned him themselves. So.
Yeah, Ursa could.
But yeah,
really,
they're picking
like...
mid. Wait, they're picking mid.
Oh no, this LD could be a mid as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's just I know it's Rufio. I know it's Rufio who plays the LD for their side. It's gonna be a Luna last pick, so very.
They get the Luna.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe they know that PC will. Maybe they counter pick it, or they wanna go it. I don't know.
I don't know what the plan is for this draft.
No.
I mean, they have a certain pace that they can hit with the Luna early timings as well as the LD, right? And then they want to run around with the aura. But it kind of feels like their fight is so scattered. Like, how do they charge someone and then they hope for a Lucent Beam follow-up into a Lion Stun? It feels so one-dimensional. Oh, it's a Medusa again. Ooh, okay, so it's really gonna be on anchors. They really need to come out of the laning stage on
it's
top.
a mid Luna?
Huh. No, it could be just a lane swap, like Rufio is the LD, but
that's true. But it would be fun to see a mid.
Yeah, right, mid Luna, but I don't know how that will work. And I mean LD.
I don't know either.
Okay, we'll have to see though as we get into game number 2. Is there a draft that you're favoring? Because for me, I definitely like the side of PZ more.
Yeah, I'm full on PC here. I want Anchor to win, but PC draft looks way stronger.
My heart says Anchors, but literally everything else I know about Dota is telling me PZ. But we were literally watching that game just now, and it was what 2% win chance, and they managed to look like almost they were pulling it back. So I wouldn't count the anchors out. After all, they are the 1/1 anchors. So if all goes according to the stats, Lobbits or the Spirit Breaker, we can't count this man out. Of course, it's his best hero by far. There's a reason why it's banned against him. PZ, they decide to tempt fate. They're gonna give him a Spirit Breaker, and like if PZ beat the Spirit Breaker, then they out-adopt the better team today, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so
but the one thing I do see on Anchor though, they have a lot of split push potential. But then Centaur has a lot of catch for it. But I mean, if they pull it off, they keep PC on their toes.
Yeah, so like I think the key difference now is like Grazing Edge is on this Crystal Maiden, right? So it's not this Blink Hex Shackles that you can really set up kills with. So this could really open them up to split push a bit more. And Rufio, I know for a fact, loves to split push with his pair with his Aghanim's, but of course that's very far away. That's very far away. Is there any chat going on? I keep missing this. Okay, I won't back out water. Yeah, sorry, I keep missing this all chat, but like I keep forgetting to open it. But yeah, we are getting into game number 2. The Anchors, they unfortunately got pretty much stomped in the first game, but now they have the Lobbit Spirit Breaker. He quite literally is the anchor of this team on this hero, and we're gonna see whether PZ can repeat their dominant performance again, reprising some of the same heroes from their previous draft as well. And okay, I'm gonna introduce the side of PZ here. We have Bananas once again on this absolute menace of a position 4 Weaver, Grazing Edge now on this CM. Mod reprising his role on position 1 Medusa, the be all and all, Pony Ride on the mid Invoker, and last but not least, how could we forget Savage Bastard on this Centaur Warrunner. Now, would you like to introduce the side of the anchors?
Yes, we have Chio on mid with Luna, it seems. Then we have the Rufio on the Lone Druid, safe lane. And the
Lorbit on the... Actually looks like Rufio is mid because look at his starting items.
You think? Oh yeah. Oh, he's going mid. Okay, so there's they're doing a lane swap. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like that. It'd be fun to see Chio play safe lane. And the Owl on Oracle, thinking 5. Yeah, I would guess. And then the Lion 4 on Benji. And the Spirit Breaker, Lorbit 3.
Yeah. Definitely looking to get off to a better start in the early lane stage. It kind of felt like it was falling apart as early as And look at Bananas, he's doing the same move again. We're gonna have to see whether they're wary of it. This man is so annoying on this Weaver. Like, it pisses me off actually, like watching it.
Oh, yeah.
But they spot him immediately. He's gonna start and hit away. Is there a response from them? Oh, nice bash already.
Bash.
70% smart.
Bash.
Half HP.
Ooh, he's losing a lot of health
Okay.
here.
He has to be careful. Oh, they actually commit a sentry for it. Is perhaps a bit overexcited from that stun latching, but Bananas managing. Did he grab the bounty? No, he did not. So it's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. He's gonna wait for this TP, and yep, he's gonna get it.
That's a lot of resources lost on that Weaver. That's not gonna be happy about that.
Yeah, but in return, they kind of waste the ward, right? Which really could kind of put a dent in their
true.
ability to block this full cap. The CM actually running all the way back to base, maybe losing a lot of mana in that early rune trade. Yeah, I spent a lot of mana trying to harass out Rufio, so there's that. But...
If they notice this, they should have put up pressure on Dusa now and get her below half health.
Yeah, I don't think they know at the moment. But, I mean, it's a level 1 Spirit Breaker, right? Like, what really can you do against a 2-star?
Yeah, that's right. Oh. No.
Oh no, the courier again, Benji, a bit too far forward with that move. And the tips coming out. Not what you want to see, but the sentry as well to block the camp. Very nice from him. Of course, once again in the bot lane, we see this deep ward from Bananas, just looking to snipe those couriers earlier on. And hopefully Al has a bit of a better idea what's going on this time and can put a stop to his shenanigans. But with how slippery he's been on this Weaver, I doubt that there's really anything that can really tie him down. Okay, Storm coming forward. A nice little range creep secure with the Fortune's End there. But Savage Bastard trying to deny that. But pretty quiet laning stage so far. I mean, it's still early on. Do you expect to see any action coming out from any of these lanes?
I think top's gonna be the most aggressive lane here.
Okay,
the rest looks pretty dull.
It's so interesting, right? Because I feel like in the previous game as well, we were like, oh, it's a Medusa lane, there's no way kills happen, and then they get like repeat kills of the lobby over and over on the back of Grazing Edge. So, I mean, can't underestimate this Grazing Edge ability to make something happen on the map.
That's true.
We actually see the early level in Arcane Aura, which is not something you see a lot because a lot of these CMs, they opt for like the first 2 skills, but immediately charge coming forward, lob it, where is the bash? It's not there at the moment, and he's forced to back off. Chases off that CM for now.
That's some good trades.
Yeah, just some trading back and forth. You need to poke down the CM so she can't just stand there and like, threaten you. But a stun out, draining the mana, and the charge forward as well. Mod in a bit of trouble, doesn't have a lot of mana to work with, but Frostbite to keep him away. Nice little clarity cancel from Benji as well.
That's also the scare against Dusa, like you have to be so aggressive on her. If she can just spam her snakes, you're done for.
Yeah. Actually getting a mango just to kind of keep that option open, so even if she does get mana drain, she has that kind of bail out for herself. Grazing Edge does manage to get the pull off, so only 1 creep. Okay. Alright, not really the pull off. But once again, Bananas. Someone stop this. That was 2 mangoes and a completed 1 for this Luna. That does not feel good. This is some like pulling out your hair shit right here. If I was playing against this Weaver, I'd be mad as hell. So mid lane, Rufio coming up really ahead in terms of the CS, though not really what you expected, but Vulcan going for Quas Wax, so with 2 against 1, it's kind of hard to last hit against this pair, but yeah, Rufio coming out to the lead that we expected him to have. Of course, Lone Druid, such a strong laner, especially in the presence of that bear, and Blackstone as well, just able to outlast hit his opponent. I mean, Pony Ride not too far away from it as well, still 14 creeps himself, so obviously not too far behind. It's not as much of a wash as we said. We're suggesting.
I do think they need to funnel way more regen to themselves on the anchor than they are.
Yeah, like
they
as in
currently
kind of...
no regen on anyone.
Right, but the thing is like, you try to ferry regen, but Bananas is just all over your careers right now, right? It's not looking too pretty. And Chio's still waiting for his mango delivery to come through. This man has not had the change in items for the past like 4 minutes, and that's not cute. But I think Lobby ends up TPing home to reset, and there's something handy you can do with the Spirit Breaker, right? Just charging back to lane.
Yeah.
They could actually set out on the Grazing Edge here. I don't think Grazing Edge knows that he's being spotted out.
He doesn't know.
The stun forward, follow up by the charge and the mana drain, but no further follow up from there. So it's gonna be it, just a bit of harass, no big deal. Very quiet early game, still 0-0 across the board. Nobody really getting a kill or getting the better of each other in the lane yet. Yeah, it's been a lot less chaotic. Bananas, as much as he's caused some chaos, much more stable lane in the form of Chio and Al on this Oracle and Luna as well.
Here about when it's so slow is that the first blood is gonna have so much more impact.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. Like, it's gonna kind of really catapult it into... we could see it happening right here. Benji falling a little low, doesn't have any resources to speak of, manages in between the trees. And a deny to the neutral. Very nicely done from my boy over there. And Lobby, he's under a bit of fire, but he's a tanky Spirit Breaker. Not enough damage from the side of PZ. They're just gonna tickle him as he walks away. Tail between his hooves, but he'll be okay.
That was some good, quick thinking right there.
Yeah, nicely done from Benjamin. This is what we were talking about, right? Even though this Invoker can't exactly contest the Lone Druid's farm, as we see 36 last hits. Oh! And last... Actually, Al getting his revenge on this pesky Weaver. Yes, you get... Oh, the Worth in all chat gets the courier again on the side of Chio. Chio's gotta be real mad right now, but at least they get return kill onto this pesky Weaver. Not something they were able to do earlier on. They have to be a bit careful here because Weaver, with this gank into the mid lane, could try and threaten Rufio. But Rufio, look at his last hits. Look at this man at his last hits. Just absolutely having a free time in the mid.
Insane.
Yeah. The ward as well. I don't know if they saw that actually, but it doesn't appear so at the moment. Is it actually in the range of the sentry? It is! Oh, this is kind of huge because he's just going to come over and de-ward it, right? If he's paying attention to Rufio.
Is he gonna see it?
Rufio needs to be a bit careful. Being caught up by Tornado, he should have known there was a move there from the ward, but not gonna be in time with the cold snap up. The true form, is it enough HP? It is for now. Actually opting to turn around to Bananas, this man. No fear whatsoever, but maybe he should be a little scared. Where is the mana? It's not there from Al. And just kind of maybe not really paying attention, because that ward was in full vision. He had vision of the Weaver, or at least should have seen the ward, but maybe not looking at the mid lane. And a bit of a weird move from Rufio walking up like that, but I mean, it ends up kind of... I mean, he's still very far in the lead, but not death you want to give away. And once again, Mod managing to make things happen in the top lane with this Medusa. And Grazing Edge back, of course, with the spells coming out.
Yeah, it's a double kill.
Lobby can't get out of this situation live. And once again, the safe lane of PZ firing off, just getting kills on both of these players. So
and Weaver gets another kill.
Yeah, I mean...
No?
Oh, okay. A bit of a rough situation here. You need to hit the beetle. You need to hit the... Okay. No, he's coming. Use your spells. No, you could have used the Purifying Flames, my friend.
No.
Oh, what was that? That you had vision of the Weaver and you could have used your spells to kill him, but he ends up using the Fate's Edict on himself instead. And that spells his demise now. Banana's free to run rampant. Running up into Rufio though has to be careful. The bear could just knock him out in one fell swoop. But it kind of feels like, I don't know, it feels a bit disconnected from the side of Anchors. They're not really fully kind of understanding what the game plan is. And for me, I don't really get it either. Like, I don't know what they're trying to go for right now. Savage Bastard has managed to make it to the point of this Vanguard, and now it's no longer so easy to lane for Chio. Look at him, he's just walking up, posturing for that stomp. Not gonna push it too far though.
There's no way.
Yeah, not gonna push it too far.
At this point, I would just go jungle on Luna.
Yeah.
This is way too rough.
I really don't know. This is starting to look dire yet again. Mod, I mean, net worth once again. Even though the last hits looked like they were in Rufio's favor, that kill on from the Invoker just catapulted him to like a better position, right? And now Lobby in with the charge, but already level 6 is this Medusa. Doesn't have a lot of mana to work with though, so has to be a little careful, but Grazing Edge there with the spells to keep them off. And it's like what we said, once you stomp out this Spirit Breaker in the early game, it's kind of hard for him to keep up.
Oh yeah, that's true. I feel like he should have charged other lanes more.
Yeah, but I guess he's just trying to get his farm up and his levels, right? Because if he charges, he basically relinquishes his like... Oh, Mod, yet another kill on the Benji. Had to have been the Mystic Snake and Lorbit. He's a bit of trouble as well. Trying for the TP out. Do they have vision of him? The attacks. The Crystal Nova, Grazing Edge. nailing the side of Anchors, and even though it was a bit quieter earlier on, they still managed to shoot back 1-6 right now, and a lot of pressure onto Chio. Stampede, I feel like I've seen this story before. Chio under a lot of threat, but the Fate's Edict, nicely done from Ao, keeping him alive for now, and the stun as well. Banana's now in a bit of trouble, doesn't have the Shukuchi for a short while, and this Weaver perhaps a bit too far forward. Sniped down from Ao, nicely used his spells from the side of Anchors to turn it around.
That was might keep their spirits high now.
Yeah, a much needed kill. Got a free TP out of that. Banana's really non-stop with the mental damage. But here comes the stuns. Do they have any follow-up? That was the stuns kind of chained together. Does he have another Fate's Edict? Does he have another Purifying Flames? Not at the current moment. Savage Blaster healing in the trees. The Vanguard going to work. The damage block huge right now. The TP away, but the Earth Spike is there. And that's a huge kill. Much needed for this bot lane.
That's great. I feel like he would have survived if he just ran to tower.
Yeah, maybe trying to be funny and trying to buy time for Bananas to come back in there, but not the move right there. As I mean, Rufio doesn't have a lot of mana to work with, but still climbing back on the net worth. We talked about it. How this Invoker, yes, he can have the control, but he can't really outfarm this lone druid. But we didn't really talk about him much. Pony Ride still well on his ways to the Orchid, and that could really start to apply so much pressure all over the map.
That's true.
Oh, another kill. Actually, they get it on the Chio. A bit too far forward. Not expecting Grazing Edge to be there. Catches him by surprise. I mean, like, there's a ward here and there's a ward here, right? And you don't see anyone showing. So you just kind of have to assume the CM's trying to make a move on the map. But Chio obviously not really expecting that move because it's such a out of nowhere like gank, right? But
yeah, I think they're missing a ward on bot lane though. I really like having a ward in front of the bot tower if I'm planting myself bottom.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like you said, it's not really hospitable for Chio to be here anymore, so he's gonna she's gonna rotate over to this triangle and try and make max levels in Moonglaive, so this is gonna be pretty easy for her to farm. Right now, Rufio's still kind of fighting for the I feel like I would have liked to see Rufio play in the lanes or like push the top tower a bit or something like that, because right now they're both sort of farming in this triangle and it's really not efficient.
No. That's absolutely not. And I would have liked to see at least like 2 stacks on the triangle from the lion or the bear itself.
Yeah, like the lane, you're already kind of losing it, right? So at this point, like just try and get the stacks up for the eventual recovery farm, but instead now it's like you're kind of stepping on each other's toes. Speaking of a step though, it's gonna be a stomp out from Savage Bastard. Owl as well, tagged up by the Beatles. Forced to False Promise out. Could try and TP but doesn't even have it. Just trying to buy as much time as possible with that False Promise, but it's not nearly enough as he falls to the punches of the side of PZ. And they are taking full control of this bot side jungle right now.
Mid.
This looks like a setup of the
Rufio is in
Rufio.
trouble.
Manages to get the true form out, but the silence a bit too late. And Lobby aiming the charge, the slow though. Is he gonna latch in time? Does he have the sentry? No, he does not. Forced to run away. But now it's Rufio under some trouble. Actually gonna get stomped out by Savage Bastard. Lobby gonna get the Nether Strike off as Pony Ride was making the sentry, but what else do you have to offer? Here comes Mod as well. The entire side of PZ showing up for this fight. And the charge forward, Lobby, where you going, amigo? Trying to get the kill, but the tornado up. This is exactly what we talked about from the Invoker pick. Managing to nail him in the back of the head, and those are 2 calls from the side of Anchors falling flat.
This is looking like the first game. This is not looking good for them.
Yeah, already Orchid completed 12 minutes in on this Invoker and pressuring in onto this mid lane. I'll try to do whatever he can, but Savage Bastard once again does not care. Standing right here. No, yeah, look, he's even chasing the Oracle away, getting this mid tower scot-free.
Oh, yeah.
They try to set something up here, but I don't think they can continue with this charge. Once again, Lobby a bit too under-farmed and under-leveled at this moment. Needs to get the levels up in the charge and the bash. We saw even a Ghost Walk kind of slowed him down there. Grazing Edge, gotta find Rufio. Doesn't have the true form to work with, but the Savage Wall keeping him alive for now. But Miss Micros actually sends the bear back instead of his hero, and now that could spell his demise. Savage Bastard in with the Stampede and the stun, but here comes Lobby with the charge. Not enough though, but they managed to get the answer kill onto the Weaver. Do they want to get more here though? TP in from Benji as well as Owl. But they're gonna get away. That's not the trade that you want. You're mid for the position 4. That's gotta sting, and once again, Mod just pushing these towers. This feels like it's all part of the PZ playbook.
But Shio still is keeping up with the net worth. He's not too far off. It's only 1k ahead.
Look at Lobby. This is a lobbyist special. Like, literally just ulting just to scare them off. Manages to push Mod away, but it's like what you said, right? And this might be why they picked the Chio, this Luna, right? Because Luna is a hero that can really ramp up and hit that mid-game timing. Even though you don't have the best early game, you can still kind of hit that timing faster than Medusa, and maybe that's what they're playing towards. They're gonna catch up Pony Ride in the river here, the finger out as well, but the charge forward, it's very far away though, and Pony Ride, you're gonna be able to get away with the Ghost Walk, Bananas as well, scurrying through them all, starting attack onto Benji, already Solar Crest completed, but the false promise to keep him alive for now, but it's gonna be Al who tanks to death for his team. A noble sacrifice from this Oracle as Bananas wants to look for more, but nothing to be found. It's Benji jukes in the trees. Where is the backup? Bananas gonna be able to find Benji as the Earth Spike though, juking away, and Bananas knows he can't tempt fate here. Has to be careful. Benji is keeping an eye out. They're picking him out. They know he's there.
I would have tried baiting him, because you know he likes to dive under towers.
That's true. That's true. As might catch a glimpse of the Bananas here. The Sentry as well. Grazing Edge. Gonna spot out Chio. This is gonna be a huge pick off if they manage to get it. Grazing Edge with the ult, but Lobbit in with ulti as well, but he clips himself. Lobbit stuck on top of the cliff, not able to do anything, and Chio gonna get run down by Bananas and Benji. No mana to work with. The entire side of Anchors just looking helplessly at their team as they just get run over. Bananas walking forward, starting to get mana drain out, but where's the Earth Spike? It's not there in time. Anchors, they need to get out of this situation, but Lobbit, no mana to get out. Trying to mango him up so he can charge away. And yeah, he's gonna get off with a charge, but not the play that you wanted. Looking a bit confused from the side of Anchors, not really able to coordinate any sort of response from the move in. He could get a kill. The Savage Master here pushing a bit too forward for his own good. And Lobby, that's a huge kill for him. And you know, maybe getting a bit too ahead of himself there on Savage Master, wanting to deal damage to this tower of the return, but tanking a bit too much damage. And yeah, Lobbit manages to pick up a freebie for himself.
Yeah. But cliffing yourself, that's gotta be one of the roughest things you
can do. Like, especially when you're trying to help your homies, right? And then you end up cliff, you're like, oh well, what can I do now? And then your mana gets burned. Of course, Rufio's still in a critical position here in terms of net worth. Obviously, not the start that we would have wanted, feeding those crucial kills. But I mean, he's still ramping up, right? He has the Mask of Madness. He's trying to make his way towards that Deso power spike, and once he gets that, it's gonna be an easy Roche or it's gonna be easy for them to Deathball. And speaking of Deathball, though, they're making a move towards mid. They want Grazing Edge. Benji, it wasn't the blink, but it was a follow up, and Lobbit gonna be able to finish him off, purifying, or rather, Fortune's End there, spelling his demise on the CM. But now it's gonna be the answer kill onto the Oracle, backfired, fired back right at them. Pony Ride is there to pick it up.
That's...
Once again, like the moves they're trying to make onto the Anchors immediately answered out by the side of PZ. They spot out Bananas though, has to be careful as the time has to work with, but Hex, is there a follow-up stun? Here comes the charge, layering a bit here, and now the Tornado as well. He has timeless to work with, doesn't even need it though, and here comes an end strike. Stampede to answer though, doesn't even need to use the time lapse. He's gonna answer out the Lobby, falling a little low, and the Orchid damage is gonna take him out, but the Eclipse forced out from Chill to finish off that pesky Weaver yet again. But overall, I feel like that still favors the side of PZ, right? You commit so much less and get that kill onto the Spirit Breaker, slowing him down even that much more.
Yeah, that's true. And also when their supports are higher levels than their supports, they get more from the outcome. Same with the trade mid with the CM wars for Oracle, when CM is level 9 and Oracle was level 7 when he died.
Yeah, so a bit of scattered moves coming out from PZ right now, but Stone Gaze popping off. Rufio trying to get a kill, but my friend, have you been a bit too far forward? Bitten it a bit more off than you could chew. Grazing Edge is there with the answer, and Benji in with the blink, newly purchased, but this is not the reveal you want, my friend. The immediate smoke up, they sense that their time is now. They just killed Rufio and Benji, they want to find more. But Rufio once again trying to 1v1 this Medusa. You're a bit too far behind for that, my friend. You didn't even have the Deso completer actually, but yeah, it just feels a bit disconnected. Like I'm not really sure what the game plan is, because on paper it looks like they're trying to get this timing right, but they're all kind of playing different aspects of the map and not really connecting the way that they need. They're trying to make a move on the board now, but once again, it's two of these players on the side of Anchors. They don't have nearly enough damage to threaten this Medusa. already Manta completed along with the Dragon Lance in 17th state. Now it's Owls falling a bit low. Meanwhile, Chio getting picked up on the sideline by Pony Ride. A whole fourth, like the smoke, that was the result. They managed to get Luna in a triangle and literally Mod just walks away.
This is so rough.
The anchors seem to be crumbling here, and they kind of need something to pick themselves back up. This could be the fight that they're looking for. The charge forward lobby onto Savage Bastard. This is more than likely a pick up onto CM. Yes, they managed to get it. Savage Bastard in with the blink though. Wants to pick up Benji. Deafening Blast as well. Picks off the Lion in response, and it ends up being yet another 1-for-1 trade. Rufio starting a lane with the damage though, with his bear. Desolator finally completed. Manages to pass the component over, and Savage Rod to scare them off. Nobody tagged by that, but it's the message that counts, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Lobby trying to get the DD, manages to snag it up, but is he gonna pay the price for it? Had the bulldoze off, so Status Resist is gonna help him up here. Trying to get the charge off, but no, slowed down by the Stampede Slow. Trying to get out of this situation, but the Tornado tosses it up, and Savage Bastard, there's the Stomp. Benji not in time with the save, and now he could be in a bit of trouble himself as well. The Hex up to keep himself alive, very nicely done from him, and the Mana Drain as well. Grazing Edge not able to latch that Frostbite off. But 8 to 20 now, 20 minutes in, 9k gold lead, and it feels like the anchors are just slowly bleeding out. Bananas has found another, it's out in this triangle, and how many times have we seen this before? Grazing Edge blinks onto the cliff from a nice freezing field, catching the whole area, and now Bananas hot on Owl's tail. This Oracle is going nowhere, and Chio trying to do what he can to salvage this fight, has the Eclipse, has the BKB, but he knows this. He knows he's on the cliff but can't spot sight of him. Pops the Eclipse but partially tanked up by the Dragons. BKB is popped but he's taking so much physical damage. He's gonna fall. The finger not even gonna finish off the CM. They have to almost Nether Strike for it, but that's all they get. It's just the support, and now Mod is here to party. But that's just gonna be it. They are happy with the kill on the Chio. And how many times are we gonna see the triangle just being breached and the Luna just being picked off?
It just happens over and over. I think they need to focus on playing bottom instead, even though you don't want to play bottom at all.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned this, right? Like, the side of the anchors, they're so good at split pushing, but it feels like they're just kind of getting starved out on all sides of the map. Like, Rufio keeps running up into people that he has no business fighting. Same thing for Lobby. Like we saw, they tried to set up a kill on the Medusa, but what can you really do? You need to bring the whole squad to kind of kill her, but yeah, I feel like PZ, they're just playing the map to perfection right now.
I think like a big mistake Rufio is doing right now is that he's showing on lane with the bear. He should hide in the trees and bear on the lane.
Yeah, because that kind of
So
like just reveals his position, and then from there they just make a beeline for him immediately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit rough, but Rufio is the LD master. I'm not gonna doubt him. But nice little move from them because they managed to reclaim at least some vision in the triangle, so managing to kind of flush out any vision that they might have had. But now on to Savage Master. Lobby might have been a bit too far forward than what he wanted. Like, yes, charging the creep wave is okay, but they have control of your entire bot lane, my friend. This is not where you want to be. Gotta fall again, Lobby. This has to be like the and I hate to say it in this way, but this is not the Spirit Breaker that you expect from this man.
No, it's such a rough game for a Spirit Breaker. Like you said in the beginning, I have so many stuff to
Benji being cross-bitten up, immediately tornadoed up as well. Where's the follow-up? It's not there. Silence up, stomp down. How many times have we seen this yet again? It's classic PZ, the instant disable into the stomp follow-up and the blink. What do you have against it? The answer is not enough as they take down the tier 2 mid. They could even look towards Roche here, but what do they have to be scared about? They have Alacrity, Medusa with almost a Skadi completed now. Stampede forward, they want to get a pick off onto our False Promise, preemptive, but here comes the charge, trying to make something happen. Rufio in with Bear as well. Savage Bastard being feared up, but immediately the Stone Gaze as well, and they managed to pick off this Oracle through the False Promise. Rufio trying to do what he can with this Bear, but a bit out of range is this Bear. And they're gonna ward him off for now. Lobbit has to be careful though, the blink away from Grazing Edge. Keeping them alive, they're okay with that trade, they're gonna back off. Bananas once again establishing vision in this triangle. Very nicely done for him. just keeping such a firm grasp on like anyone who wants to come out from the base, right? And you kind of need to walk through this entire field of vision that they've set up. Look, in this jungle, they see Rufio. In this area, they've taken the outpost. They've taken this like cliff. Like, where do you even go from the side of the anchors? They're really just starving you out completely. And speaking of starving you out, they just head right into Roche. Okay, you want to defend your mid lane, you're all cowering in fear. Let's get control of the triangle, let's get control of this area, and we'll just take Roche free. They got nothing to be worried about.
No. No.
I'm sure they have an idea,
Yeah,
but
they
like
must
all they
have
can do
known.
is try and get whatever they can on the map in this crucial time, and it just kind of feels like the anchors, they've once again like missed their timing, right? They wanted to play for this Luna timing, but now we see how much damage is just coming out from the side of PZ. It's just way too much for her to bear, even with BKB. And Lorbit might charge into his demise yet again. Tornado up, bugs down, deafening blast. The Fate's Edict keeping him alive for now, but so much physical coming out from this Weaver. Bananas, is he gonna inch even further forward? The Hex as well. Savage Bastard with the Stomp. Where is the save? It's not there. Meteor onto his head. And Lorbit charging straight through it again. But here comes the Chio Eclipse. BKB Pop managing to get this Weaver at the moment, but the Weaver immediately buys back, and perhaps you're a bit too far for yourself. The Blink Stun, they managed to get this Invoker. This could be the start of the fight that they need to take here. Nice little move there from Benji, but where is the backup? This poor Lion gonna fall. The Rufio Bear trying to do the damage that he can, but being disabled out, stunned as well. This CM just ulting on top of his head, and Rufio, you're a bit too far forward yet again. This lone druid just not having the impact that it really has needed to have. And you know, we were commending this pick. We're like, yo, it could really do a lot, it could farm up, but the overextensions really coming to bite him in the back, and now they're staring down another high ground push yet again from the side of PZ. Oh, he has nothing to be scared about as the Aegis for another 3 minutes, just firing away, being that tower that it needs to be. And Luna, you know, you want to play for this ramp, but at this point you're so far behind the Medusa, you can't actually stand up and do enough damage. They actually see the CM on the sentry here, so they're gonna charge forward with the spells. Can they burst Grazing Edge down? They do, but Lorbit, is he the sacrifice? No, he's not. False Promise is there from Owl, keeping him alive for now. But Owl, he's gonna be the next one looked at. Stunned up from Lucent Beam is Savage Bastard, but doesn't need it. More able to finish him off. And now Chio trying to deal whatever damage he can with that Lucent Beam. Aghanim Shard. Charge. The reset has come out. Rufio is here to play, and managed to chase him off for now. Once again, the anchors holding strong in their top side. Nice little ward established out. But once again, how many times have we said this at this point? It's just trades back and forth.
Might get the they get the Aegis now.
Okay, sorry, replied to the chat message, but they managed to get the Aegis out on the mod, and it's gonna be a huge kill if they get Bananas, because that's gonna be a dieback. PZ, have you stayed for a bit too long? Mod, there's no Aegis. Totally right, yes, there's the Tornado keeping him alive for now, but here comes the Eclipse fully raining down on this Medusa. A nice 4-man deafening blast over there onto the bear as well, but stun to cover the backlines. Grazing Edge in with the ulti, but charge cancel immediately. They get Pony right as well as more, and they're looking for more. The anchors perhaps we counter them out too quickly. Lorbit as well, Savage Bastard in with the Stomp, but where is the damage? Where's the follow-up? They're looking towards this Centaur now. Glimmer Cape up is Grazing Edge, so there's nothing else to offer, but no mana, no HP to work with. Centaur is gonna fall flat, and this is such a huge move from the side of the anchors. They just managed to sweep in one fell, like...
They even have a DD.
God
Oh,
damn.
if they find this DD, they
If
easily get tier 2.
Yeah, they can really get tier 2 here. Leave my CM alone, says Savage Bastard. It manages to get Grazing Edge out, but that's not what you want. Losing the Aegis on the Medusa as well. And they spot it. They see the DD. Chio's gonna get his hands on it. And this, perhaps they could make up for the timing that they kind of missed earlier on.
Yeah, they just keep showing that you don't go high ground against anchors without getting punished.
You don't go.
Over
Nobody just rides over the anchors just like that. They're gonna put up a fight. The respawn timer's coming in though, so they're gonna have to give that some respect. The 45 forced out. They're gonna be smart about it. They're gonna back up. But now here, once again, they're at a bit of a rough spot, right? Because it feels like it's sort of back to square one. You don't have that you don't have that sort of advantage of an Aegis, you don't have that advantage of a DD, and you still kind of are back in this spot where PZ, as soon as they get back on their feet, the smoke move is out, they want to catch someone and they want death ball back onto your high ground. Okay, so bit of a quiet move, but they see the side of the anchors on this ward over here. Need to be careful. Owl could be the casualty, of course he has buyback, but Pony Ride gonna show himself immediately onto Owl. This is the best case scenario for you. Owl tanking the gank for his team, but Benji has to be a bit careful. He could wander forward into his own death here, but both teams just kind of walking away. Okay. They have to be a bit careful because this nice ward over here spots out Benji, but he's gonna blink away. So overall still okay. Man, my nose is going brazy right now actually, like I'm living up to my name a slight bit, but PZ, they haven't let down this aggression throughout the entire game so far. It's been so well played from them, choking out the side of the anchors. Of course, some signs of brilliance are here and there, but I mean, it's looking a lot better than game 1, that's for sure. It doesn't look as hopeless.
Oh, yeah.
A 70% still, of course, Rufio and Chio as well can do a lot of work with their heroes. And of course, Benji has been putting in so much work on this line as well, managing to get the crucial stuns and hexes where he needs to. Has that shard completed, so gonna be able to stand in the middle and mana drain away, hopefully, this Medusa. But of course, PZ still very scary to contend with. The charge forward, just to clear the creep wave, no big deal. Savage Bastard has to be careful though. And buyback status real quick. Let's take a quick check. It's only Rufio and Mod who have it. Everybody else either shot on goal or shot on the time. Finally managed to flush out this vision again. But the blink forward, Savage Bastard onto Owl over here, but he's kind of alone, a bit too far forward by himself. But they're gonna opt to back up, lobby it with the charge just to push him away. The Medusa illusion just scaring him a bit, but Stampede coming forward. They catch out onto Rufio, no mana to work with. Excuse me, LD gonna get 1v1 up by this. Is this where you want to be? Rufio once again, a bit too far forward for his own good and gonna feed away a crucial kill. He has the buyback, pay the tips out, but Savage Bastard now with no mana himself. Where is the follow-up though? The mana drain, the stun, but so much HP to cut through on Savage Bastard. No Spirit Vessel in sight. And they'll have to step away. Rufio a bit, getting a bit heated right now. Bro, you weren't even there, you can't tip. And the buyback forced out from this lone druid. I don't know whether that was necessary, but oh, the anchors, they feel it. Doesn't this feel like they're crumbling yet again?
It does. It sure does.
The high fives
It
coming
was
out.
looking so well.
Yeah, all in good faith. The mana drain as well. Savage Bastard, no mana to work with. The charges coming out now. High fives all around. Could it have been a bait? Here comes Benji with the hex, but perhaps a bit too far forward for his own good. Gonna get sliced up by this Medusa, no doubt. The finger almost finishes off this Invoker, but now Chio under some fire. The false promise on top of his head, keeping him alive for now, but has to back off. Barely healed up from that, and Rufio in with the damage on the bear. But once again, being controlled up. Can't even get Grazing Edge Frost bitten up, and there's the bear on the sidelines for 70 seconds, and Rufio as well. 100 seconds without your lone druid. What can you do? Lobbit trying to push out whatever waves he can. Chio trying to offer up whatever damage that he can, walking forward, trying to stun up this Weaver. Has to be careful though. Savage Bastard has the blink along with the stun. Tempting it at the moment, just messing with him, playing with his food. The high fives coming out. They managed to sweep up one lane of Rex. They're looking towards bot right now. And this is starting to look like the end here. I mean, it's looked kind of dire for them for so long, but Chio trying to fight with all his might. No BKB though, so where is the save? The charge forward to make some space for him. So it's gonna be okay. Okay, Nether Strike pushing back the Centaur, but so tanky, already hard completed. Stomp onto 2. This man does not give a shit. He is literally just standing in front of their base. Mod firing away, the charge forward, Lobbit. Benji trying to do what he can to get Pony Ride out. The stun, is it enough? But the BKB in time, Benji gets picked off yet again, and Chio starting to get sliced down. This is gonna be the Anchor's first 2-0 loss, it looks like. The buyback from Chio, the buyback from Benji, but is it nearly enough? The Earth Spike coming out. But I don't know what else they have to offer here. BKB already popped from Chio, stomped up, hit down. This is the death for the Luna, and most likely the GG call. The side of Pinto, or rather, yeah, I don't know what they can do. This looks like a GG, and it's called. The anchors, that was not pretty. That's a rough one right there. That's not like. Oh man, that is. Not cute. Not cute.
No. It looked so well after they took their ages off of Dusa, and then it really
all kind
looked
of,
like they were gonna get it back.
I feel like that's both games, right? Like we kind of see a glimmer of hope from the anchors, but it all just fades away, and it all feels like it's falling back into the same recipe, like being picked off in places that they shouldn't be, not having the full vision control of the places that they're standing. We saw the sneaky wards coming in from bananas over and over again, spelling the demise of anchors, and really not able to keep up.
That's true. Yeah, it was the same, like you said, like the first game as well. There was so many times I was looking like, yes, they're gonna get it, and then something happened, and it just went back in PC's favor.
Yeah, and
over and over.
ouch, that shit hurts. But let's go to a quick winner interview. You're in the We Like Dota Discord, right?
No, I don't. I don't know if I have it.
Okay, let me just send you an invite real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just hop in there and hop into the WLD casters. We'll do a cute little post-game interview with the captains. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
We'll try to make it more entertaining next time, yeah. Very good. What's up?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I am going to put on, hang on, let me just, Alright. So, I'm already in their VC. Rufio. Okay, so first of all, now that we have GOFAKE here as well, thank you to the captains for gracing us with a nice little interview. First and foremost, anything you guys want to say to each other after that game?
Well played, I think. I don't really know what else to say. Like, what are you supposed to say to someone when you lose, right? Like, they obviously played better than us.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
So I'm getting my interview questions warmed up. I'm not really, as you know, it's 10 a.m. and I have not slept. I'm not really that good of a interviewer. Okay, first and foremost, correct me if I'm wrong, but happy birthday to you, good sir. It has been brought to my attention that you are 35 this year.
Yes. Yep.
Congratulations.
double my age! Yo! It's so old.
Come on, man. You don't have to do it like that.
I wasn't happy about the age being released because the old man fingers don't work so well. But yes, thank you.
Clearly
No, they clearly work well enough. But I hope you have a very good day. I hope you had a very good day, and of course, ending the day with a win. What more could you ask for, right?
Yeah, it's much better now. It's much better now.
Okay,
nice.
So
glad we could make it better for you.
Let's talk a bit about the game. So in game number 1, I really want to ask. Okay, so what was the plan in the draft for the side of anchors? That's what I want to know, because in game number 1, you guys drafted a bit of a curious lineup.
It was basically just Mars Hoodwink wins the lane. We have some kind of team fights with Jakira and Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Clinks is supposed to be our building hitter, so that when we're bowling up, when like we hit 6 and we bowl up, we can actually hit towers properly. And then Lena's just like answer to reduce and Viper. It's like, I don't know, just comfort. I don't know. I felt like it was a lot more cohesive in game 1 than 2, but
Right.
yeah, it's up for debate.
No, I kind of get where you're coming from, but I think there was an idea there, but it sort of felt like it fell apart. Was there sort of a game plan going in, like what you guys were trying to achieve with your draft?
Yeah, we had the game plan and it just fell apart after lanes because everyone, I think we all got flustered.
Yeah, I mean,
Really
obviously on the side of PZ, they just kind of rolled all over you guys, especially with this Weaver. I saw so many couriers being sniped. I literally wanted to pull my hair out on your behalf. Is this?
I was like, okay, no. I blame the support. It's the support's fault. It's fine.
That's
It's not
Banana's
mine.
MO. That's his goal every game. The more couriers he kills, the happier he gets. the win doesn't really matter as much as the amount of couriers killed.
Yeah, and I mean he really, I mean he won and killed a bunch of couriers, so I bet that man is just laughing it all the way to the bank right now.
Yeah, no, he's been giggling.
Yeah, and actually I feel like PZ, when you guys came in, did you guys have any sort of set game plan specifically to deal with the anchors? Did you guys like look up what the anchors specialized in, or like did you guys have a specific tailored game plan, or was it just we stick with our own recipe for success and we go with that?
Little bit of both. We looked at the league Dota buff, see what see what they're picking, it was a big variety of heroes, and I noticed that the other teams had been banning Arc Warden, so I assumed that one of their guys was an Arc spammer.
My Arc Warden is never gonna make it out.
Apologies. But
I gotta
you know,
like do some backseat deals to get my Arc 3 drop.
you know, you get a few minutes on your birthday during work when you don't want to work, and so you look through some Dota buffs, and then yeah, on our side, I just got 4 space makers that just every game make the most space available for me, and I try to hit as many creeps as possible.
Sounds like a plan. I feel like both games sort of. I mean, obviously there were adjustments in the draft, but if you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but it felt like both games sort of followed a similar recipe where PZ just come out pretty far ahead in the lanes, and then there's the 4-man unit, like you said, just making space non-stop. Savage Bastard is just standing in front of towers, does not give a shit. Bananas is right, like just warding up literally the entire other side of the map, and then anchors. But so anchors look like they're scrambling, and then suddenly when it comes to high ground, then suddenly they manage to sweep you guys a few times, and it's like what's going on here? But then it still sort of ends up with you guys choking them out and then taking the win. Does it feel like that to you guys, or do you feel like both games were very different?
Felt the same from our end. Well, at least
yeah, I mean, slightly similar. I tried a little bit to run to my team at fights a little more, just because I didn't want the Lone Druid to just rip them apart. And I thought I was probably, I mean, we had the Centaur, but other than him, I was probably the best defense against Lone Druid. Yeah, and it was somewhat similar, and I don't know, we do that uphill throw every game. There's always a little spike, and we're aware of it even during the game.
Yeah.
We're like, do we want to go do the spike right now? And we're like, yeah, okay, we'll do it. And
right.
eventually we overcome it sometimes.
Let's do the throw real quick here. Let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah, because eventually, I mean, in the first game, it was accidental.
Right.
I had my mana shield off for that one fight going high ground mid, and which I was reminded of many times throughout the second game, whenever it was off. Bananas was on me on that.
Where's your mana shield, man? Get that. What the hell are you doing?
One mistake once.
Just one mistake, and you never hear the end of it. Of course, so Mod, I don't know if you know this, but you are the first team, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are the first team to give anchors a loss, a 2-0 loss.
You know, there was a couple series missing from Dota buff, but they had a bunch of 1-1s, and I didn't see a lot. So
all our
yeah.
series are on Dota buff, except for one that we missed because of scheduling issues.
Oh, okay.
But all our series so far have been 1-1 except for this one, which is 0-0.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always nice. We only have one other 2-0, I think, and I mean, this league is so competitive that it feels like every series is 1-1.
Right. I feel like a lot of the series that I've cast have been 1-1s as well. It's just like, that's just kind of how it is, right? Like, everyone can take a game off each other and it's never really over, as we've seen from all those high ground holds. But do you guys have anything else to add for this post-game interview? Honestly, without my man Benji, I don't have a lot of interesting, spicy questions. GOFAKE, I'm interested to know if you have any questions for the captains.
Me, the only thing I want to know is that you're drafting the second game by Anchor.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's true.
Please
I don't know if
Something
is it
about
pure
that.
is it pure comfort, or did you have a plan?
Sir, like the dropped in general or like what?
Yeah. I don't see what like I see that it split pushes. Yeah, but was that where you're going for, or was it just comfort picks?
Mostly comfort. Mostly
Yeah, okay.
comfort.
I
I mean, Barrow obviously has been a comfort for I think most teams in general for this division, right?
Yeah.
There's like that competitive. You know, Oracle's just the comfort, Lion's a comfort, Lone Druid is the comfort, and then I'm like trying to scramble to find a pick for myself because I don't know what I feel like playing. It's like
I thought you would go Luna mid for a split second. Would have been fun to see.
Same, we were like, oh, is this a Luna mid? But then
This
I was
is
like, no, but I was telling him like, oh, Rufio plays the LD mid, so.
Yeah.
could have done it. Would've
I
been
mean,
fun.
ultimately, of course, I have to thank both of the teams for putting up such a good set of matches. It was definitely entertaining, and I mean, even though like you guys followed like the same trajectory, it was kind of funny to see like all these different components, and it's like. It was like, I think by the time the second game happened, me and GOFAKE were like, yo, doesn't this look like the story is playing out again? We were so sad.
Oh yeah.
But okay, one thing you all should know is that win percentage in game 2 was considerably higher for the anchors than game 1.
Yes.
Like way
Didn't
considerably.
feel like it.
Cause in game 1, by the time you guys got high grounded, right, it was 2% for you guys. But for game number 2, it was actually like close to 20% still. You guys could take it.
It looked nice. Like even if you got quote unquote stomped, like you were both you and Rufio were keeping up in the net
Yeah.
worth.
Yeah.
Like you were like 2k off Dusa.
Yeah.
and I
like-
think if we lost any fights, Luna Lone Druid just pushes so hard that it
Oh,
would
yeah.
have. I mean, they get a tower, they get Roche, and like, yeah, it goes
Yeah.
downhill.
Yeah.
Like, if we can get it there.
Yeah, but thank you so much to both teams for the series. Of course, happy birthday to Mort yet again, and thank you to the captains for joining us. Hope you guys take care. And do you guys have any more series to play? I believe Anchors, you guys still have one series left, right?
We have 2 series. We have one on Monday morning for you, and we have another one next week.
Pain. that just means I'm casting on Monday morning, I guess. What about you guys, PZ?
I don't know actually, because I'm not the captain. Our captain is Stein. Hey Stein, he just moved to Halifax and
Right.
just got his house today.
Yeah,
So,
I
I'll
saw
say
in the chat.
congrats
Gave
to
him a
him.
big congrats.
Oh yeah, and I will clarify, the name of our team is PintxoZeuchy.
Why?
It was a terrible. Okay, so I will blame Stein 100% for it. My cat's name is Pincho, which is there's a place in Spain where they speak Basque, a different language, and the TX is pronounced as a CH, and it's a type of snack. And for some reason, he thought it'd be funny to do our cat's name. And Pony Ride's cat is named Zeus, but he calls him Zucchi as a nickname. And yeah, Stein just picked Bear just picked the worst possible, like, hard to pronounce names to put
It
together.
just kind of feels like
It's been a disaster.
It feels like to me that you just want to make people suffer, which I think is very very in line with what Bananas likes to do as well. So I guess it all fits into the theme.
That's true. The spirit of Bananas was definitely in the choosing of the team name.
I mean that's just great for me. But enough about that. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, thank you to both captains for very graciously agreeing to this interview. And best of luck in your future games. Smile.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Well
cheers.
played, anchors, and thank you for the cast, guys.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
likewise.
Okay, I'm gonna hop back off. GoFake, is there any last thing that you'd like to add?
No, not really. It was great games to see. A lot of back and forth, even if the other was still ahead. But it was fun. Nice to see that they're keeping the fights up and almost coming back at least like 3 times in the first game.
Yeah, that was spooky. I had me on my toes. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, you wanna do
Yeah,
it? What
every
in the
time.
hell?
I was just sitting here, so I was like, yes! I was like, no, what happened? Why? No!
Yeah.
And then back and forth all game. And also in the second game they did it at least twice. And then think the biggest miss was just the lone druid alone mid.
Ah,
The last
yeah.
fight.
No, literally living up to his name, right? Literally
Oh, yeah.
Lone Druid.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like, yeah, that was.
But I don't think it was his fault. It was just bad timing that they came at that moment.
I mean, it's a lot of pressure all around, right? At that point, you're just kind of scrambling, and at that point, you
Yeah.
really need to play perfectly to even try and get a chance back at the game. And they managed to pull it off here and there, but of course, it's
Oh,
hard
yeah.
to keep that up, right? So, well, yeah. So that concludes it. Thank you so much for joining me, GOFAKE. I'm gonna hop off from this call now. So you take care.
You too, man. Thank you
Goodbye.
for having me. Goodbye.
Okay, so that about concludes it for today's cast. Of course, it wasn't necessarily perfect, but we tried our best. Smile, but let me just do this. Yeah, so that